Welcome back to another anime on the anime list. We're at number six. Number six. Okay, so we're almost in the top five. We're going back to Key Studios again because it's Kanon. Kanon is number six. I'll explain why it's not higher on the list when I get to number three because number three is great too, but I want to make sure that you guys understand that. Kanon Kanon is a unique anime, okay? I'll get to little why it's better than Little Busters later in the video. But this video is gonna be fucking long. Don't get me wrong. This video is gonna be really fucking long because I have a lot to say about Kanon. Okay, unlike Little Busters, where Little Busters is really easy and simple to contradict what the plot is, but there's too many fucking characters. This anime, however, has five heroines. Heroines are females. They are the main characters. Okay. You've got the first female. All right. First off, we get the main character. The main character's plot is simple. He goes to his hometown, but he can't remember anything about it. So he's like, "Oh, I don't remember anything." Now then, that's pretty much it. He tries to gain all his memories when it comes to knowing everyone. So that's his main plot. Here's where it gets a little interesting, though. The five heroines. Okay, which are the females, if you must know, in Weeboo Nation or whatever the hell it's called. The first female character is our main female character who he falls in love with. She's a unique character. She's still young and she's younger than he is, but she's still in the same grade. Why, I may ask? Because she fell off a tree and she's in a coma. Okay, she's in a coma, but her spirit is helping him jog his memory. That's the main reason why she's there. At some point, her spirit goes away, and that's why he finds out that she's in a coma. Okay. She does wake up from the coma, which is good, and they do fall in love with each other, so they start dating. Okay. The second main heroine is a character that I don't understand what her thing is, but she's very slow and she can't wake up. If you must know, she can't wake up because the first episode when he wakes up because she has too many fucking alarm clocks going off and she still doesn't wake up. She has a tendency to oversleep and she's also over that like that. She has a crush on the main character, but the thing is the fact that I don't know what happens to her or something like that. She just accepts it because he's in love with the main female character. So that I have no problem with that. The third female character has a vendetta against him. I don't know of the main character. I don't know why she has a main vendetta against him. She starts hating on him and she goes off on him, but then she decides to fall in love with him at the very end of her arc, and then I'll get to her when we get to her because there's a lot of stuff I have to say about her. But she is a hyperactive person. She likes to jump around like a jumping bean, and she gets pissed off at him at any waking moment. That's her. When it comes to the two side heroines, however, let's go with the Demon Slayer. I'm calling her the Demon Slayer because she is a unique character. She is the uniquest character of them all because she decides to, well, she can see ghosts. She defends the school off of ghosts because the school is haunted, but no one likes to believe her until the main character sees her because she's still at school at nighttime defending off ghosts, which I think is fucking hilarious. She also knows that the female character that he falls in love with is a ghost too, a spirit, so to speak, because she has a lot of ESP type of bullshit things. But defends the fucking school off of ghosts, so that way no one can do it. But she also gets in a lot of trouble because of that reason. Okay, that's her main gimmick. When it comes to the fifth female heroine, I'll get to her later because there's one thing I like to say before I get to the third heroine that I said and the fifth heroine I said. Okay. There's a side plot where the main character has a friend who acts like a goofball, and he also has a girlfriend. He's trying to cheer her up every single moment because she's being depressed and this, that, and the other thing. I don't know what the details of that side plot because I haven't watched Kanon in like in like a long time, but that side plot actually has a good outcome because they are still dating at the end of the anime, I believe. Um, Now that when it comes to the fifth heroine and the third heroine, the fifth heroine is a unique character. She is very sickly ill, and no one knows how to cure her. She has she has an incurable illness. That's why she's never at school. But she's a third year, so that way she can she walks outside the school, even though it's fucking snowing outside, which makes no fucking sense. But that's the only issue I have with the anime. She's sickly and she's dying. Um, Fun fact though, the main reason why I'm bringing her up is because of the fact that Kanon is a unique anime because of the fact that there are two versions of Kanon. Kanon has the version that's at number 6 is the 2006 version. But Key Studios' first anime was technically Kanon from 2002. There are two different versions. Now, what's the difference between the two versions of Kanon? The original Kanon from 2002 only has 12 episodes, and the 2006 version has 24 episodes. So they lengthen it up a little bit on the 2006 version. And also the fact that the 2006 version has an English dub and not the 2002 version. But I have to say this, the 2002 version is fucking dark because the fifth heroine she tries to cut herself to death because of her illness, but the main character, she thinks of the main character and it makes her don't do it, and it's really fucking depressing. She has a unique way because in the 2006 version, I don't know if they do it with her, but that's what happens. She is conflicted of her emotions because she doesn't want to be sick anymore and she doesn't want to live anymore because they can't figure out how to cure her, and she's depressed and this, that, and the other thing. That is really fucking dark. Okay? When it comes to the third heroine, however, I mentioned earlier that she has a unique way. The third heroine dies, by the way. Just want to let you know. But how they fucking kill her off is fucking depressing. It's not like in Higurashi, because I'm gonna reference that anime. It's not like Higurashi where they kill him off right off the gate. Like, for example, like the guy bashes two girls' brains in with a fucking baseball bat in the first fucking scene of the anime, which that still doesn't make any fucking sense. Unless you watch Higurashi, which we'll get to it because Higurashi's in the top 5, by the way. Spoiler alert. But anyway, the main reason why Higurashi kills him off quickly. This character, however, the third heroine of Kanon, on the other hand, she dies a slowly but moving death, and it's not like one episode where she's slowly dying. She isn't like, you can tell when she's dying because she can't walk anymore. She can't fucking speak anymore. That's fucking depressing. And then she dies off. He's carrying her to a tree. That is fucking depressing. Holy shit. I fucking cried like a fucking bitch. Well, I didn't cry. When I first watched it, I was confused, and then when I watched it over again, I cried over her death because it's really sad because you get to know the character more, and she finally opens up to liking the main character instead of just fucking bashing his brains in when it comes to verbal because she hates him. But that's beside the point. Okay, so that's the main character. Now, why is it better than Little Busters? Little Busters has the issue of being too lighthearted. If you want a anime that's more lighthearted, because even though Little Busters has its dark themes with the girl that's Russian that goes to her own town, gets chained up in the dungeon, and that you should watch that anime part. There's a couple other scenes where all the main characters in Little Busters are all depressed and they all have quirks and they all are trying to make friends, and then they finally make friends with each other, and that's why it's good, heartwarming. Kanon, on the other hand, some of the characters don't even have a fucking happy ending, and that's why I think Kanon has a most emotional attached to you, because there are less characters in Kanon than Little Busters. Because Kanon, besides the 5 heroine characters and also the main character, the only characters that actually do something are the main character's friend, which we'll get to him at some point too, because there's also something that I need to talk about that, and also her girlfriend. That's the only side plot of the anime, and that's why I like Kanon as much, because they go straight to the point, to the main plot, and they're focused on that. There is comedy, but it's not to the comedy extent to Little Busters. When it comes to comedy base wise, Little Busters beats Kanon by a large margin. It's not even fucking close, because Kanon's more drama packed, sadness and stuff like that. But that's why Kanon is ahead of Little Busters, because it takes a more darker tone. Um, with that being said, though, this is a fun fact of Kanon. Kanon was originally the first Kanon thing that was made. When Kanon was first made, it was made in 2002. But they also made, before that even happened, Kanon got a video game released in 2000 for the PlayStation 2. I did not know that. Okay, but the only problem is that it's only in Japanese, because that's what happens. It's a light novel. So yeah, that is the main reason why this anime is at number 6. I think that it's a really unique anime, and when it comes to the anime as a whole, it makes your heart torn when they kill off one of the main characters, and the fifth heroine is really depressing and sad because she can't get better because of this illness. It's like the illness from Air. The main character has an illness from Air, and no one knows how to cure it, and then she dies a slowly moving death. But the problem with that anime, however, is that I fell in love with the character that's suffering instead of the main character from Air, because the main character from Air is still upbeat and loves to jump around and stuff, and she's still her normal self until the very end. But Kanon, on the other hand, she is fucking depressed. She wants to kill herself, and she's trying to cut herself to death, and it's really fucking depressing. This anime will hit you where it hurts. That's why I like Kanon over Little Busters. Even though Little Busters is more comedy heavy and it's a lot more funnier, I think that Kanon deserves to be higher on the list because of that reason. What do you guys think of Kanon? If you want to watch Kanon, both versions of it, I highly recommend you watch Kanon 2002, the first version that came out in 2002, and then watch the 2006 version and see what's different between the two. Okay? With that being said, though, I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care, and always stay positive. We are going to number 5 next time I'm back on this list, and number 5 is going to be a good one, because it's the last popular anime, to my opinion anyway. But yeah, we're moving on to the top 5. This is number 6, and I hope you guys have a nice positive day, and take fucking care. I wish I could put that on the fucking t-shirt.